10 things to do that make a good first impression. The first time you meet someone, they do literally leave an impression on you. And, unfortunately, it's easy to make a bad first impression. So to help you make a good one, we put together this list of the 10 things that will get your foot in the door. Number 1. Be the first to say hello and be friendly. It might seem basic, but every person at a party or networking event knows this. And if you're the only person being friendly and outgoing, that's when people notice you. Be the first to introduce yourself to new people and be warm, and people will remember you more than they remember others who they were introduced to later. Number 2. Don't dress inappropriately for the event. Bad first impressions can be made by a lot of things, but one of the biggest is your appearance. We're not saying you need to wear a tie and sport coat every time you go to an event. That's probably overkill. But don't dress inappropriately for the occasion. Don't wear shorts and flip-flops to a business meeting, no matter how hot it is outside. And don't be worried about what other people are wearing. People will notice if they're overdressed and out of place, but if they're dressed appropriately and still look good, that's all that matters. Number 3. Speak clearly when you meet new people. The more people you meet, the more opportunities you have to make a great first impression. A lot of people get nervous and don't speak clearly because they are trying to be cool or are trying to impress others. And, trust us, neither of those things really works. Everyone wants to be around cool folks that can talk well and easily, but that doesn't mean they need to do it. Just speaking clearly will make others feel more comfortable around you. Number 4. Make eye contact when you talk with new people. Eye contact is another basic and simple thing that people tend to overlook. When you're talking to someone, maintain eye contact about 80% of the time and be willing to break eye contact when necessary. If you're nervous about making eye contact, try looking at the bridge of their nose or off in the distance. One other way to do this is to look in their right eye while talking and then look in their left before taking a breath or after if you are also moving your head. This changes your focus while maintaining eye contact with that person and making it more comfortable for you. Number 5. Don't chew gum. It's important to chew gum to keep your mouth from getting dry, but if you do it at the wrong time or in the wrong way, it's just not good. Chewing gum in a loud environment was one of the big mistakes made by President Obama during his first public speech as president. One of his aides told him he was doing it wrong and that he needs to bite the end off instead of chewing on it. When you chew on your gum, sometimes you can actually make people feel like they aren't good at talking or something else. If you're going to chew gum, try putting it away in your pocket or purse and take out when you need it. Number 6. Ask how people are doing. If you're talking to someone, instead of asking them how their day is going or if they are enjoying their food, ask them how they're doing. This will let them know you really care about them and that you're not just interviewing them or pumping them for information. There are also a few other things that might help if you are at a business event. Ask about the event or group hosting the event. Discuss your common interests, and ask where they work or what they do when possible. All of these things will give the conversation some structure and help start a meaningful conversation. Number 7. Show enthusiasm and interest in their answers. It's important to show that you're interested in the person you are speaking with, so pay attention to what they're saying and show your interest by paying attention. If they say they just moved somewhere, ask them where they moved from. If they tell you a funny story, smile and laugh as well unless it's inappropriate. Being enthusiastic makes people feel good talking to you, and getting them comfortable with talking is ultimately how you make a good first impression. Number 8. Offer your business card or at least have one on hand for them to grab. A lot of people get nervous when they're introducing themselves to a new person and ask them for their card. When it comes to business cards, the way to choose your looks is simple. Don't use the same size card you use at work. If you do your job with a small business card, you should use a bigger one when it comes to that situation. People get really awkward handing out business cards. Some will automatically look for theirs before giving theirs, and this can make them feel even more uncomfortable. So either keep a business card on you all the time or have an extra on hand in your wallet if you are going to talk with someone, which is recommended. Number 9. Smile and be happy to meet them. Have you ever met someone who was just so happy to meet you that you couldn't help but like them and want to be friends with them? Of course you have. That's because when people are happy, people around them tend to feel happy too. Being an outgoing person is a lot of things, but one of the most important parts is the enthusiasm and positive attitude we mentioned above. No matter how old they are or what they do for a living, if they're happy, it will make them more memorable than someone who comes in there expecting things to go wrong. Number 10. Stand up straight with your shoulders back and walk like a human being. It's a well-known fact that your body language plays a big part in how other people see you, but what they don't know is that you want to do the exact opposite of what most people do. Most people keep their head down or look around when they walk, and this actually makes them appear less confident than someone who walks with their head up high. You want to stand up straight with your shoulders back and walk like a human being. If you're going to walk in a circle, it's important to make sure your hips don't sway or tilt. Keep focused on your path and walk slowly until you get comfortable walking like this by yourself in private, not before an event. Conclusion. These tips can improve your communication and make you a better person in the long run. People will find you more confident, more attuned to their needs, and better at getting the conversation going. It's easy to get carried away when learning new things, but remember that it takes time to practice these skills before things just become second nature. What seems like a big hurdle right now is something that will eventually become nothing more than an automatic response by your brain. This will allow you to focus on other things. Thank you for your time with this post. Please share this podcast with your friends, and we'd love to hear that you'll be there next time.